Hey, I'm John Thelen, host of Destination Fish Television. You know, I get asked a lot, or I get the statement made to me at boat launches on the water, whatever it may be. People saying when they see this boat, man, you've got everything on that boat. Is there anything that boat doesn't have? And I tend to say, you know what, every single thing you see on this boat has a place. And what I mean by has a place is every single piece you see on this boat helps me catch fish on a daily basis. But one of the things that's really neat about it is everything you see on this boat, from the bow Minn Kota to the Humminbird that's up in the bow, to the Humminbird that you see right here, to this controller that's running that bow mount trolling motor, that Minn Kota Altera, to the back in that Minn Kota Thelen. It's all speaking to each other. It's all in constant contact. And what that allows me to do is make sure that I have the most ease of use across this whole boat. I can make anything happen with any of these pieces of equipment from anywhere in the boat. And I want to give you a couple examples. Number one, these Humminbird Helix units are talking to each other. Up in the bow of this boat, I've got a Helix 10, and at the steering wheel, I've got a Helix 12, and down here, I've got a Helix 7. These units are all networked. So let's say I'm up in the bow fishing, and I come across a spot that's loaded with fish, and I drop a waypoint. And then I leave. I want to come back to that spot later today, but now I'm not up in the bow to find that exact spot. I'm here at the steering wheel. Well, because these units are talking to each other, that waypoint transferred to this unit as well, and to this unit. So now I can be sitting at the steering wheel and I can find that exact waypoint as I motor in that I dropped when I was up there fishing. These units share waypoints. So what happens is every time I hit the button here, it moves the waypoint to either one of those units. It's always moving those waypoints. So all the units have the same waypoints. So I can always, no matter where I'm at, get back to that one spot that may really mean something, that may really be holding fish. The graphs all talk to the trolling motors. So what happens is up on the front, that Minn Kota Altera is actually in contact with the sonar units. So if I want to use follow the contour, I can set it up and say, I want you, Mr. Altera, up in the bow, to follow the Lake Master contour that I've got on this Humminbird unit. And it'll actually do it with a few strokes of the key on here. And now, all of a sudden, because they're talking, this trolling motor is just going to drive me along that contour. So if I find fish in 17 feet of water and I say, man, I just want to concentrate on fishing and follow that 17-foot contour, I can tell that trolling motor, that Minn Kota Altera, to do it by communicating with the Humminbird, which has the Lake Master map inside of it. One boat network, man, it's tough to beat. The other thing you can do is my graphs will also speak to my Thelen. So if I'm sitting up in the bow and I want to knock that Thelen down and hit a spot right now and stay there parked, I can do that. All of this contact that's happening makes it so I'm not running around the boat like a chicken with my head cut off trying to do things. I can see everything that's going on in the front of the boat from the back, and vice versa. And it makes a big, big difference. Let me give you a great example. Let's say we're sitting on a school of crappies and we're catching fish like crazy, but all of a sudden they disappear on the screen and I'm fishing out in the back of the boat. As quickly as walking up here and with one keystroke, I can actually tell the spot lock that I've been in on the trolling motor. I can tell it I want to jog 5 feet, 10 feet to the left or to the right or forward. And I can do that without going out up to the front and killing my spot lock. I can do all that same stuff right here on this controller as well. So ultimately, the one boat network, if you've ever asked yourself, when I hear these guys talk about the one boat network, what is the one boat network? That's what it is. It's constant communication of all of these items, the Minn Kota Altera, the Humminbird Helix units, the Minn Kota Thelen on the back. They're all in constant contact, and day in and day out, that's what helps me catch more fish. And it'll do the same thing for you, I guarantee it. Because once you have this system in place, you'll never change. It makes it way too easy. I never have to worry about boat control or any of the things happening in the boat anymore. All I gotta do is find fish, and these units help me do it. When I get on them, I can tell them exactly what I want them to do to keep me there.